Welcome to episode number 8 of this MLB Show 22 Postseason Series. And today, I'm actually playing my Postseason bracket, Postseason Series and bracket, really. It's episode 8, like I said, of this MLB Show 22. Like I said, it's episode number 8 of this MLB Show 22 Postseason Series. NLCS Game 2 Best of 7 Series. Milwaukee Brewers, San Francisco Giants, and the Brewers lead this best of 7 NLCS. 1-0 as the Brewers won Game 1 at Oracle Park in San Francisco 1-0. And Game 2 is at Oracle Park in San Francisco as well. And then Games 3, 4, and 5, obviously Game 5, if necessary, are in Milwaukee, and then Game 6 and 7, if necessary, are back in San Francisco. Starting pitching matchup for Game 2 is Corbin Burnes for the Brewers and Logan Webb for the Giants. Corbin Burnes is 0-1 with a 0 ERA. I'll explain how it's possible in a second. And then Logan Webb is 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA. The way that Corbin Burnes obviously is 0-1, so he has obviously no wins, 1 loss, no ERA. The reason that's possible is, or the way that happened, I go to the right here. Game 1 against the Braves in the NLDS in Milwaukee. The Braves won the game 1-0, and they scored the 1 run. I don't know what inning it was. So in the top of the 7th, the Braves scored their only run in the game, and the only run for either team. And there was 1 error for the Brewers. It was on, I think, someone on the infield. It might have been on like the Willie Adames, the Brewers shortstop, or Colton Juan, the Brewers second baseman. But either way, it was an error in the inning. And allowed a guy that did on. It was in the top of the 2nd inning, and the Braves that Braves player who got on via the air did score. So that's an unearned run. And the Braves won the game 1-0. So that's how Corbin Burnes got the loss in Game 1 of the NLDS. But didn't give up any earned runs. That's how Corbin Burnes is 0-1 with a 0 ERA. And then Logan Webb is 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA. I believe, if I remember, he got the win in Game 2 of the NLDS against the Dodgers. Giants won the game 2-1. And like I said, Corbin Burnes 0-1 with a 0 ERA. Logan Webb 1-0 with a 1.35 ERA. And in the last episode, obviously you saw that in the ALCS, it's the Houston Astros and Tampa Bay Rays. That series is tied at 1 game apiece. It's still tied at 1 game apiece because if you look at the schedule, this was Game 1 of the ALCS, Game 2. This is Game 1 of the NLCS, and this is Game 2 of the NLCS. So there hasn't been a game in the ALCS between Games 2 and 3 of the NLCS. Or excuse me, there hasn't been a Game 3 of the ALCS Game 3 of the ALCS has not happened yet between Games 1 and 2 of the NLCS. That's in the Game 2 of this best of 7 NLCS. Brewers Giants in San Francisco. Brewers lead this best of 7, and the Brewers obviously lead this best of 7 NLCS 1-0. Let's get in the Game 2 right now. Brewers at Giants. 10:05 Eastern is obviously it's on the West Coast. Let's get into it. The Giants are the red controller, and the Brewers are the blue controller. Any alternates for the... Oh, they do have some alternates. Maybe alternate. I don't have the orange uniforms. And then for the Brewers, I assume it... They actually do have a road... They have alternate 2, which is actually a road uniform. And then there's actually a road 70, which is these blue uniforms. That's kind of... why not? Let's do this. Alternate 1 uniforms for the Giants. Alternate 2 uniforms for the Brewers. Let's get into Game 2 right now. Oracle Park holds 41,915. Opened in 2000. Presentation mode broadcast. Quick down SoundCloud cover Thursdays. Corbin Burnes a righty and a 94 overall. Logan Webb a righty and Corbin Burnes a righty and a 94 overall, and Logan Webb a righty and an 87 overall. So righty versus righty, 94 versus 87, or righty versus righty, 94 versus 87. I'm gonna put in the backup catcher for the Giants, I guess. Kurt Ali, I don't know. And then, well, I'm going to put in their other center fielder, Marcerio Dubon. There it is. I'm going to do that. And then for the Brewers, I mean, yeah, they're bad at catcher, but I don't really want to take out Narvaez. There's Teshin Hira, but like, who would I have to take? I don't want to take out Juan. I just have to take out Adames because Hira only did my first and second, so I have to take out Tellez and Tellez. I mean, he's doing decent. And then I'll do that. I'll take out Rowdy Tellez and put Teshin Hira at first base, who can play first base, right? Yes. So I'll do that. Brasso. I'll put Brasso at third base instead of Jace Peterson. And then Tyrone Taylor. Well, I'm going to leave him on the bench for now. But here we go. So the lineups is, for the Brewers, it's Colton, or I'll say the lineups in the game, so you'll find out the lineups then. Well, you probably already know what they are now, but I'll say them when they pop up, when it pops up in the gameplay. I'm the play-by-play for this game. I'm the play-by-play announcer for this game, and John Shambi is not turned down at all. It's in the game too. Best of 7 NLCS. Brewers lead and the Brewers lead this best of 7 NLCS. Obviously, 1 game to none. Let's get into the game right now. We are here at Oracle Park in San Francisco, California. We're here at Oracle Park in San Francisco, California for Game 2 of the 2022 NLCS. And the 2022 NLCS features the Milwaukee Brewers and the San Francisco Giants. Hi Dan, everybody. Vinny J in Studio 42, 18 Mante. Welcome to Postseason Baseball here on the show. As it's Game 2 of this best of 7 NLCS. As like I said, Game 2 of the 2022 like I said, it's Game 2 of the it's Game 2 of the 2022 NLCS. Brewers won Game 1 last night. Last night in this game, 1-0. Like I said, the Brewers won Game 1 of this best of 7 NLCS, 1-0. And the Brewers also lead this best of 7 NLCS, 1-0. There's Corbin Burns for the Brewers, loaded one for the Giants. First pitch of Game 2 of the NLCS comes away next. Logan Webb, 1 star here in the postseason. It was in Game 2 of the NLDS against the Dodgers. Got the win, 1.35 ERA. Pitch sits in 2/3 innings, 4 hits, 0.75 whip, 1 walk, no strikeouts. As the Giants did, like I said, got the win in Game 2 of the NLDS against the Dodgers here at Oracle Park, as the Giants did win Game 2 of that series 2-1 after then won the series in 5 games. Here's Colton won the leadoff from Milwaukee, and from Milwaukee after they beat the Braves in 4 games in their NLDS, as we're on your way here in Game 2 of the NLCS. Foul ball, 2-2 still. Like I said, there's quick counts, which means a bat will start in a mid to late count, which like might be a 1-2 count, 2-2 count, 2-1 count, possibly a full count, or something like that. 2-2 pitch. Ground ball left side, Longoria, the veteran third baseman's got it. Throw it to Brandon Belt, the veteran first baseman. It's in time to lead off the ball game. 1 down to lead off the ball game, rather. And here's the starting lineup for the Milwaukee Brewers. Colton Juan, Willie Adames, Christian Yelich, Andrew McCutchen, Keston Hira, the first baseman, taking the place of Rowdy Tellez, Hunter Renfroe, Omar Narvaez, Lorenzo Cain, and Michael Brasso. 2 home runs as a team for the Brewers in the postseason. One by Rowdy Tellez, who's not playing here in Game 2, and then the other one was by Jace Peterson, who's also not playing here in Game 2. Anyway, there's Willie Adames has been at 105. Ground ball, Estella. Throw to Brandon Belt. 2 down here in the first inning. And there's quickly 2 downs, or quickly 2 outs to start the ball game. There's Yelich. 100, batting 100 in the postseason. Does have an RBI. It was, I believe, in Game 4 of the NLDS, I believe. Or Game 3 or 4. 1-2 pitch. Line drive coming in is Dubon. And he's got it in and over. 1-2-3 to the Brewers. Giants coming to the bat, no score in game 2. Corbin Burns, one start here in the postseason, was in game 1 of the NLDS. Got the loss, didn't have an earned run though. Pitched 7 innings, 7 hits, 1 whip, no walks, no strikeouts. The reason, like I said earlier, how he got the loss but didn't have an earned run is because he gave up 1 run in game 1 of the NLDS, and it was an unearned run. And the Brewers did lose game 1, 1-0. Obviously, then won the next 3 games. Anyway, Yastrzemski's been at 107. That's a ground ball. That's a base hit. And that'll be a single for Yastrzemski. Is like batting like 110 now in the postseason. And that was a full count. See, it did start with a full count. Like I said, quick counts are on which means it goes to a mid to late count, which could be like a 1-2 count, 2-2 count, 3-2 count, or in this case a 1-1 count. Here's Tommy Estella. Cutter, cinder, curveball, a circle change, and a slider for Burns. I believe both pitchers do have 5 pitches. Here we go. Here's Estella. That's a ground ball up the middle. Off the mound, Juan will take it himself. Sends throw to first, and he doubled up Estella. A 4-3 double play, 2 down here in the first. And then because there's double play, you don't see the lineup. So here, I don't say the lineup for the Giants right now. It's Mike Yastrzemski, Tommy Estella, Brandon Crawford, Brandon Bell, Darren Ruff, the DH, Jock Peterson, Evan Longoria, that Marcio Dubon, and then that Kurt Castiel, or whatever, or the backup catcher. Here we go. Here's Brandon Crawford, who was a hero in Game 5 of the NLDS. Ground ball, Brasso will cut it off. Throw to first and over. One hit for the Giants, but it was a race on a double play. We're at the 1-inning play here at Oracle Park. No score. Top 2, Game 2, best of 7 NLCS. Brewers lead this best of 7 NLCS 1-9. Center, a slider, a changeup, a 4-seam fastball, and a cutter for Logan Webb. Like I said, both pitchers do have 5 pitches. Here's Andrew McCutcheon, the Milwaukee DH. Ground ball past Webb. Flat down on Estella from behind second. McCutcheon beat it out. McCutcheon's getting older, but he still has 80 speed. Infield single for McCutcheon. 1 on, nobody out for Keston Hira. His first at bat and first start of the postseason. I believe his first at bat. Definitely his first start. I know that. I believe it's his first at bat. But definitely his first start. Here we go. 3-2 pitch now to Hira. And that is low. So Hira, and I believe his first postseason at bat and his first postseason start. Like I said, here in his first postseason at bat and his first postseason start, I believe. Definitely his first start, then his first postseason at bat. It's a walk. Now a 2 on, nobody out for Renfroe, who drove in the only run for the Brewers or either team in Game 1. 1-0 pitch. And McCutcheon scored the only run. McCutcheon was at second base. With 1 out in the top of the second in Game 1. Renfroe to RBS into 1-2 pitch now to Renfroe. Ground ball to be 2. Crawford, Lastella, Bill, double play. So now an RBS into this time, 6-4-3 double play. McCutcheon gets over to third. Here's out at second. And obviously Renfroe's out at first. Runner at third, 2 outs for Narvaez. Trying to pick up his team with an RBI single. Ground ball, Crawford will field it. It's a hard hit. Low throw, but picked by Bell, and that saved the run. 2 hits for the Brewers, and 1 left for the Brewers. Middle of 2, score 0-0 in Game 2. And by the way, correction, in the previous inning there was one hit, 1 walk, and 1 left for, it wasn't 2 hits, it was 1 hit, 1 left, 1 hit, and 1 walk, and 1 left for the Brewers in the top of the second. Now bottom of the second here is Brandon Bell. Ground ball, Brasso will dive! He done it cleanly! But Bell will beat it out despite his 26 speed, he'll still beat that out, as Brasso done it cleanly. 1 on, nobody out for Darren Ruff. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, he punched at it and sent it between Hira and Juan. 2 on, nobody out for the Giants now on the bottom of the second. And now I believe it is Jock Peterson. Trying to get something going here. Here we go, 1-on pitch. Ground ball, diamond! Stomped by Adames! And everybody's safe as he tried to throw to second. And that was Ruff, who was able to hit the center base, as Adames was able to dive and stop it cleanly. But everybody's safe as he's trying to hit the force to center base. But this is not now on Dory with the bases loaded. Obviously, if you're Burns looking for the double play here. 1-on pitch. Ground ball. And second one. First. Double play, but the run will score. So runner at third, 2 outs now. Bottom 2. 1-0 Giants. The Giants do get a run on the forces 3 double play. But Longoria does not get an RBI. So the Giants do score, like I said. Like I said, the Giants do score. But Evan Longoria does not get an RBI. Now it's Marcino Dubon. Runner at third, 2 outs. 1-0 Giants in game 2. Ground ball up the middle. Base hit for Dubon. RBI signal for what? Dubon, the Giants center fielder, and it's 2-0 Giants. As he picks up his team after that base loaded, nobody out. It scored a run on the Longoria, forced its 3 double play, and now they scored a second run on the Dubon RBI signal up the middle. Now it's Kurt Castillo, their backup catcher, first at bat and first start of the postseason. 1-0 pitch. Kurt Casale, ground ball, Burns, off of Burns, will recover in and over. But the Giants took 2 runs. First one was on a Longoria double play where he doesn't get an RBI, obviously. Second one was on a Dubon RBI single up the middle. And the 2 scores 2-0 in San Francisco. So in and they had 4 hits, obviously the 3 singles, and then obviously the double play, but then the RBI single on Dubon. Now it's Kane, then it's what? Brasso, then top the order. 2-0 Giants, top 3. The Giants are trying to even the series here. Line drive, right center. To his left is Dubon. Make the catch on the run to right center, 1 down. And like I said, the Brewers are trying to, or excuse me, and like I said, the Giants are trying to tie the series. It's best of 7 NLCS at 1 game apiece. Here's Brasso, who's been at .500 in the postseason. He played 2 for 4, 1 for 2, or something like that. Fly ball, almost the same spot as the last one, a little bit deeper. This time Dubon stationary, 2 down. Now it's no runners on 2 outs, top 3 for Holden Wong. Juan 0 for 1 in the game, 0 for 4 in the series, or 0 for 1 in the game, 0 for 5 in the series. 33rd pitch down from Webb through almost 3 innings of work. Line drive past Longoria, and it's cut off by Peterson. It'll keep Juan at first base. 1 on 2 out now for Adames. There's Adames now, 3-2 pitch, runner at first will be in motion, so a ball in the dapper down the line, especially in triples alley, could score Juan from first base. 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, Bell will steal it, step in the bat himself in and over. 1 hit and 1 left for the Brewers. Middle of 3 to score 2-0 Giants. At a bottom 3, 2-0 Giants. Here's Yastrzemski is 1 for 1 with a single in the first inning. Popped up. Adames, the shift was on the right side of the infield. Will call and catch 1 down. Now it's Tommy Ostella. 3-2 pitch, or 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, Adames will throw out the 16 speed. Ostella 2 down quickly here in the 3rd. Now it's Crawford, then it's Bell if Crawford can get on here. 35th pitch down from Burns. Line drive, but right in the Brasso's glove, in and over. 1-2-3 to the Giants, and the 3 here in game 2. 2-0 Giants here in Oracle Park. Top 4 now, Brewers trying to get something down here. Still obviously over half of the game to play. They're only down 2-0. Here's Yelich, who was the 2018 NL MVP. I know that was 4 years ago, but he still was the 2018 NL MVP. Straight on here in the postseason, though. That's a pop-up or fly ball right center. Dubon is right there because the shift was on. Make the catch in right center field, 1 down. No one's hit it into the triples alley so far in the series, and not even in the postseason. I know I've played, like 3 games here off camera in the NLDS, 3 out of the 5 games in the division series, but there hasn't been anything in the triples alley where it's actually got down. Here's McCutcheon, here's 1 for 1 with a single. 1-1 pitch. That's a ground ball right back to Logan Webb. Throws the belt 2 down quickly here in the 4th. Now it's Hira, who walked in his first at-bat of the game and the postseason. 2-1 count now to Hira. Already the 47th pitch down from Webb. Ground ball, Estella will field it and throw out Keston Hira in and over. 1-2-3 to the Brewers. Middle of 4 the scores, the Giants 2 and the Brewers 0. That's the center field, by the way. That's a new center field attraction or something here. There, or that's the camera angle that the camera angle that was the camera angle or whatever the camera was showing before the previous right when the last inning ended. Wow, that's a new center fielder attraction here at Oracle Park. Because obviously the bullpens used to be down infield territory on the left field line and the right field line, but now they're in left center field and right center field. And obviously, well, as you see the batters on, to the left of it is the Giants bullpen, to the right of it is the visitors team's bullpen, which in this case is the Brewers bullpen. And then obviously, and the batters on behind the fence is a new attraction here at Oracle Park. 2-1 pitch to Belt, 2-2 pitch. Or foul ball on the 2-1 pitch. Now it's 2-2. Here we go. 40th pitch of the game coming from Burns. The jam shot. Shit goes on. Brasso from the outfield grass, and Bell will beat it out again. It's 2 infield singles for Bell, who's not the speediest of runners. 1 on, nobody out now for Ruff. That's a ground ball. That'll be foul. 1-2 pitch now to the Giants DH. 1-2 pitch. And that is low. Got away. It bounced way over. And that's going to be a wild pitch in Narvaez. Well, no one did it by the NLCS Lodo by the third base line. But that's a score's decision will be a wild pitch. It's a 2-2 pitch now. That was a 1-2 pitch. Narvaez was able to get some of it. Was able to block it, but then it rolled away to the NLCS Lodo by the third base line by the Giants dugout, which is the third base dugout. Usually the home team's in the first base dugout, but at Oracle Park they're in the home team's in the third base dugout. That bounced away by the third base line, the NLCS Lodo, and the third base dugout, which is the Giants dugout. So it's a wild pitch. Now it's a 2-2 pitch to Ruff. After that wild pitch. Ground ball past Burns, base hit! And they're going to stop Bell. The throw at Kane is up the third base line, but he would have been out because even though it was offline, it was up the third base line, where that's right where the runner would be coming up or going. Or runners at the corners, nobody out now for Peterson, who's 1 for 1 with a single. Infield's in double play depth, so that they would give up another run. I mean, I don't. So now the infield is straight up and halfway. The outfield is straight up and normal. They have it halfway. Because the runner at third base, Bell, only has 26 speed. The runner at first, which is Ruff, only has 31 speed. Peterson only has, I don't know how much speed he has, but it's not that much. 1 on pitch. Runners in the corners, nobody out, bottom 4. Infield's halfway in. 1 on pitch. Little jam shot. They're going to come home. Brasso and Bell is out by 10 feet. And the runners will get the batter will get the first, and the runner at first gets the second. So Peterson gets the first on the fielder's choice, and then obviously Ruff gets the second base. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Now the infield at double play depth, but surprising Belt went. I didn't send him. The computer automatically sent him. You might think I'm playing. I'm trying to be biased and try to get the Brewers to win, but why would I do that? And Belt went on his own, and then he was still out. Belt went on his own. I could have sent him back, but there's no point of doing that because he was already running. By the time he was already, I realized he was running home. If he went back, he would have just been tagged out. So, but he had to go home at that point. But by the time I realized he was running home. If he went back to third, he would have been tagged out by Brasso. So yeah. Belt was out by 10 feet, 2 on, 1 out, bottom 4 for Longoria. Foul ball. I just said Belt was out. Yeah, it was about 10, 15 feet he was out, or more. 1-2 pitch now to Longoria. Ground ball 1. Will go to second. That's a questionable decision. Not the out there, but Longoria beat out the relay to fielder's choice. Runs in the corners, 2 outs now for Dubon, who had the RBI single earlier. And he did another one here, 1 for 1 with a single and an RBI. Runners in the corners, 2 outs, bottom 4, 2-2 pitch now to Dubon, trying to deliver for his team once again. That's a ground ball, he might, and he will! Another RBI single for Dubon, and it's 3-0 Giants, as he has a pair of, Dubon has 2 RBIs, both RBIs on 2 RBI singles, and now it's Castillo, 2-2 pitch now. Ground ball, 1. Throw to first, in and over. But the Giants did another run on another RBI single by Marcio Dubon. His second RBI single of the game. 3-0 Giants as we enter the 5th here in game 2. 3-0 Giants now top 5. Here's Renfro. Still for 1 with a double play as his team only has 2 hits. His team's down 3-0. Shift is on though. That's foul ball. Brewers, I mean, yeah, they still have 15 runs to work with. But they're down by 3 nothing, and they only have 2 hits in the game. 2-2 pitch. Line drive, feeling on, struck by LaSalle behind second. Throw to first. Dot Renfro, 1 down. Now Narvaez 0 for 1 in the game, 0 for 5 in the series. 1-1 pitch. Ground ball, hit the side of the mound, Crawford. Throw to first, quickly 2 down. Brewers are kind of struggling, they'll have 2 hits. There's Tane. 1-2 pitch to Tane. Ground ball, Webb. Not mean to run the wrong way, but he did, and he still throws out. Tane 1-2-3 to the Brewers, halfway home here in game 2. The score is the Giants 3 and the Brewers 0. This in the second half of the game, bottom 5 here at Orco Park. Giants led in the tie. This best of 7 NLCS at 1 game apiece. Here's Yastrzemski. Popped up. Shift was on. Coming in is Brasso and Adames. Brasso would call off Adames and make the catch. 1 down. Now it's Listella. And it's Crawford. Round ball. Adames is charging. As Listella only has 16 speed and he's out by 10 feet. 2 down. Now it's Crawford. 2-1 pitch. Little jam shot. Did a jam with the cutter. Ramon Brasso throw to Hira in and over. We head to the 6th here in game 2. 3-0 San Francisco. 9-1-2 due up for the Brewers in the top of the 6th is what Michael Brasso, Colton Juan, and William Adames. 9-1-2. 60th pitch down from Webb. For 5. Starting sits in and work. He's in line for the win right now. Ground ball. And that's quickly 1 down as Brasso's retired via the 4-3 ground out. 1 out for Juan. And it's Adames. Juan did single in the 3rd. They only have 2 hits in the game. Little jam shot. Left center coming in is Dubon. And he's got it. 2 down quickly here in the 6th as the Brewers are just getting mowed down like they're nothing. 2 down. And now it's 2 outs for Adames. Ground ball, Webb. And the Brewers are going down without a fight right now. Middle of 6th, the score is 3-0 Giants. 4, 5, 6 due up for the Giants in the bottom of the 6th. Here's Bellows, 2 for 2 in the game. Ground ball, bat to Burns. 1 down. No mention either bullpen here in the 6th. Both pitchers, I mean, yeah, Burns is giving up 3 runs, but I mean, pitch counts, well, blew the fastball right by him. They were acquired via free agency in 2020. This is the 74th pitch down from Burns, so they're 5 1/3. Ground ball off of Burns' lead, right to Brasso, throw to first, it's off the line. And they're going to slap him with an E5 that would have got him, and would have been a 1-5-3 ground out instead of an E5. And now it's Peterson. Full count now. You see the runner at first in motion. You don't see him in motion. Ground ball 1. And it looks like he's going to try to tag the runner. He does that. But because he did that, Peterson will beat out the relay. Surprisingly, he actually tried to tag him. Should have went to second. That would have been an easy double play. Instead, he tagged the runner down the second. So he got it out. But now it's Londorio with a 1-2 pitch. 82nd pitch of the game coming from Burns. Ground ball 1. Well, let the go to first. Low throw up pitch by Keston Hira in and over. We head to the 7th. Brewers have 9 more runs to work with as they're down 3-0 as we head to the 7th. And we have 9 more runs to work with. Here's Yelich. Brewers have 9 more runs to work with. Down 3-0. Here's Yelich 0 for 2 in the day and shift is on. Brewers haven't had a base runner in like 3 innings. Fly ball center field. That will stay the same. And there's 1 down. The Brewers, like I said, haven't had a hit or a base runner. I think it's been like 3 or 4 innings, 1 down. And they're just getting mowed down without a fight here. As Webb just mowing down everyone. Here's the McCutcheon. So they have 2 hits that Brewers do. McCutcheon has a single, Juan has a single, and there's also a walk. Other than that, nothing. Ground ball, Webb. Soft contact for Webb, or sometimes, but at least he's getting the outs. He's retired like, well, he just said how many He said 9 in a row, but I talked over it. But yeah, I would say at least 10. Here, full count. Fly ball, deep right field. Batting to Stremski, but he is there. That was the first hard hit ball by the Brewers in a couple of innings, but it's caught by Stremski. Seventh inning stretch time here at the ballpark. 3-0 Giants. Here we go. Bottom 7. Giants letting the send their lead. Their lead right now is 3-0. Bottom 7, and they're selling up Jake Cousins in the Brewers bullpen. No action still in the Giants bullpen. 85th pitch down from Burns. Ground ball 1. Will field it, and there's 1 away. Now it was Dubon. Now it's Kurt Castillo. Ground ball back to Burns. And now it's, if he ever throws it, 2 down. As he does throw it. Quickly two outs for Burns and the Brewers. And now Stremski is 1 for 3 with a single on the game. 2% only 2 singles in the series. Energy of Burns is in the yellow. 91st pitch coming. Popped up. That was probably his last batter. Or at least his last inning. I mean, he had 22 pitches in the 4th inning. But other than that, he hasn't pitched. Other than that, he hasn't died. Well, he's not in the double digits, but the inning he's throwing the most pitches at the 4th, where he threw 22. So his 92nd pitch total in the game. Another foul ball. Here we go. 1-2 pitch now again. 93rd pitch. Ground ball. Charged in as Adames. He's got to hurry. What a play by Willie Adames in and over. Let's see if the Brewers can get something going in the top of the 8th. And the 7th. The score is 3-0 Giants still in game 2. As it's Renfroe, Narvaez, and Kane here in the 8th. And they're selling up Jose Alvarez in the Giants bullpen, and Carmelo Duval, who's the Giants closer. So they're starting with a lefty and a righty in the Giants bullpen. And the righty is the Giants closer. The Webb, this is only 79th pitch. 2-1 pitch to Renfroe, 0 for 2. Brewers haven't had a base runner or a hit in a couple of innings. Foul ball, 2-2. And it's something down here that 9 more outs to work, or 6 more outs to work with, down 3-0. Oh, jam shot, that might work. Diamond is La Stella! And it's off the Diamond La Stella. Infield single for Renfroe, their first hit in like forever. 1 on, nobody out for Narvaez. Fly ball center field. Routine for Dubon. And he's got it. 1 on, 1 out for Kane now. There's Kane 0 for 2 with a fly on a ground out. Trying to hit something down here. Time runs on deck if Kane can get on here. Little tapper. Webb. 2nd 1. Burst! And that's a double play. The last thing the Brewers needed. They got a hit, but then a fly out, then a 1-6-3 double play, and then over. Middle of 8. Still 3-0 or still 3-0 San Francisco. Bottom 8. Giants looking for some more insurance. And here comes Jake Cousins from the Milwaukee bullpen. He has 1 appearance in the postseason, pitched 2 innings, struck out 1 die. I'm not sure when that. Well, obviously, I believe that was in the NLDS. I don't think it was in game 1 of this series. Either way, 1 appearance in the postseason, 2 innings, struck out a die. Center, or excuse me, a slider, center, and a circle change for Cousins. 1-0 pitch. Ground ball, base hit. So Cousins comes in and gives up a base hit to, I believe that's what, La Stella. 1 on, nobody out for Crawford. Here's Crawford, 0 for 3, 2-2 pitch. Ground ball, just foul. They're teeing off of Cousins for now, or so far. And they're selling up Devin Williams in the Brewers bullpen. He just got up, 2-2 pitch. That was a Hayden pitch. What a stomp by Brasso, backhanded at 3rd. That's a double play as Crawford T-boned or tattooed. That was slider, I believe, is it just hung, but it was backhanded by Brasso, 5-4-3 double play, 2 down for Bells, 2 for 3, and that is low, 2-1. 2-1 pitch. That's a line drive where no one wants. The shift goes on. That would go all the way to the wall by the 339 sign by the left field foul pole, and that's a double. A 2-out double for Brandon Belt. Runner sending 2 outs now for I believe Darren Ruff. The Giants DH trying to get a 4-run lead here. Got to the 3 outs away from the win. Here we go. Runner sending 2 outs for Darren Ruff. Ground ball, holding 1. Throw to first, and the inning's over as Belt is stranded at center base after Belt's 2-out double. Way to the 9th, last call for the Brewers. Down 3-0 here in Game 2. Brewers need 3 runs to tie 4 to take the lead in the top of the 9th. Giants are 3 outs away from tying the series. And here comes, as Alvarez is ready and waiting, but here comes the Giants closer. Shut the door and did his 3rd save of the postseason, and like I said, he's going to come in to try to shut the door and tie the series. And he's going for the righty, obviously. The closer are coming into the game. It is a safe situation because it is a 3-run lead. For a safe situation, it has to be obviously a 1-run lead, a 2-run lead, or a 3-run lead. Or as if you pitch 3 innings, but it's a 3-run lead right now. There goes Webb as the Giants closer would come in from the bullpen and try to shut the door and tie the series. Camille Duval, 2 appearances in the postseason, 2 for 2 on saves. I don't think he has given up an earned run. Slider, 14 fouls, small, 2 fouls. Players Brasso, then it's Juan, then Adames with their team down 3-0 and 3 outs away from obviously, well, from the Giants. Or the Giants are 3 outs away from tying the series, but the Brewers aren't going to go down without a fight. 1-1 pitch, foul ball, 1-2 to Brasso, 0 for 2. 1-2 pitch. Foul ball again. 1-2 pitch. Ground ball, Estella, right side. Will field it, throw out the runner, which is Brasso on the first base line. 1 down now for the top of the order. Now it's Juan who has 1 of the 3 hits for the Brewers. Juan has the single, McCutcheon has the single, and then Renfroe has the other single. 1-2 pitch. Oh, snapped his bat. Watch out for the barrel that goes flying towards center base. Throw to first by Duval, 2 down, and the Brewers are down in the final out, and the Giants are an out away from tying the series. And the last chance from Milwaukee is Willie Adames, 0 for 3. 3-2 count out of Adames. Ground ball. Diamond is Estella! Off the diamond, Estella! And Adames will beat it out for his first hit of the game, and the Brewers' 4th hit as a team. And they're not dead yet. 1 on 2 out now for Yelich, and the tying run is on deck, and the tying run is McCutcheon. If Yelich can get on, McCutcheon will come up representing the tying run. Yelich 0 for 3 with 3 fly-outs to center field. McCutcheon, the DH, is on deck. The cleanup man. Yelich can get on, the tying run will come to the plate. Here we go. 1-1 pitch now. Brewers not dead yet. That's the ground ball. This should do it. Crawford throw to center for the force. Game over. Giants win and the series is tied. As obviously Adames had a 2-out infield single, but then Yelich came up and grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice to end the. And then obviously there was that 2-out infield single by Adames, but then Yelich came up, obviously and grounded into that 6-4 fielder's choice to end the game. And the Giants win the game 3-0, and they have tied this best of 7 NLCS. And the Giants have won game 2 3-0. And they have tied. The Giants have tied this best of 7 NLCS at 1 game apiece. Logan Webb gets the win. He's now 2-0. Corbin Burns gets the loss. He's now 0-2. And then Camilo Duval gets to save his 3rd of the postseason. And the Giants tie this best of 7 NLCS. And the Giants tie this best of 7 NLCS. And the Giants tie this best of 7 NLCS at 1 game apiece. So the Giants win game 2 3-0. And like I said, they have tied this best of 7 NLCS at a game apiece. As the series will shift as this series will shift to Milwaukee for games 3, 4, and 5. And obviously games 3, 4, and 5 will definitely happen. So it's not. I was saying that game 5 if necessary, but obviously it's now done to definitely happen. So this series will be in Milwaukee for games 3, 4, and 5. As I just said, the Giants win game 2 of this series against the Brewers 3-0. The Giants have tied this best of 7 NLCS at a game apiece as the series will shift to Milwaukee. For games 3, 4, and 5. As obviously there were 4 hits only for the Brewers: a single by Colton Juan, a single by Willie Adames, single by Andrew McCutchen, and a single by Hunter Renfroe. Obviously, Renfroe's and Thomas's were, well, Renfroe's was a little jam shot into shift, ended up being an infield single, but then obviously Tane grounded into a double play, and then that was it. That was in the 8th, and then in the 9th, the Thomas did have that two out infield single, but then Yelich came up with McCutchen on deck, and then Yelich obviously got on. McCutchen will be coming up, representing the time run, but obviously Yelich grounded into a 6-4 fielder's choice. As Logan Webb gets the win. He's now 2-0 in the postseason. Corbin Burns gets the loss. He's now 0-2 in the postseason. And Camille Duval, I hope I'm not botching his name, gets to say it was 3rd of the postseason. As Logan Webb is also the player of the game. He should be, because he did pitch 8 innings. As Brandon Belt 3 for 4 with obviously a double, 2 singles and a run scored, was thrown out at the plate. And then obviously Darren Ruff 2 for 4 with 2 singles and scored 2 of the 3 runs for the Giants. Marcio, hope I'm not botching his name, Dubon 2 for 3 with 2 singles and an RBI. And obviously he drove in the 2nd run for the Giants in the 2nd and the 3rd run for the Giants in the 4th. And obviously the Giants got 2 runs in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th, and then neither team scored in the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, or the 9th. And obviously neither team scored in the 1st or 3rd as well. So neither team scored in the 1st, the 3rd, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, or the 9th. And obviously the Giants scored 2 runs in the 2nd and 1 run in the 4th. As Giants got the first run on a double play by Longoria, and you can't get an RBI on a double play, so Longoria does not get an RBI. But the Giants did their first run on a double play. Then obviously there was a runner at third, 2 outs, bottom 2, Dubon, and that RBI single up the middle to make it 2-0. And then in the 4th, Dubon came up again, and I forgot the situation, but he had an RBI single through the right side. That scored the Giants' 3rd run in the 4th, and obviously like I said, neither team scored in the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, the 8th, or the 9th. No runs on 4 hits, 1 error, which was by Brasso for the Brewers. And then 3 runs on 10 hits, no errors for the Giants. The Giants win Game 2, this best of 7 NLCS, 3-0, or 3-0. And the Giants have tied this best of 7 NLCS at 1 game apiece. As like I said, the series will shift to Milwaukee for Games 3, 4, and 5. And next episode of the series will be obviously Game 3 of the NLCS in Milwaukee. Giants at Brewers. With a series tied at 1 game apiece. Like I said, the ALCS, the NLCS, and the World Series, all 3 of those series, I just said, are best of 7 series. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And this video on this channel will be it'll be 1 or 2 things most likely. It'll be 1 or 2 things most likely. It'll be either the next episode of my Honda Pierce MLB The Show 21 Road to the Show series, or the next episode of my Vinny J NHL 22 Be a Pro series. It could be one of those 2 videos. It could be one of those 2 series. It could be one of those 2 series I just said, or it could be something completely different. But obviously, you guys will find out what the next episode, or obviously you guys will find out what the next video on this channel will be when I post it, which will probably be posted today, or excuse me, tomorrow. And yeah, or possibly today if this video is going up on Tuesday, June 14th, but this video is going up on Monday, June 13th, then next video on this channel, no matter what it is, will most likely go up tomorrow, or most likely go up on Tuesday, June 14th. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week, and obviously, if you're a kid watching this, hopefully you have a great rest of your summer break, and wish me and give me, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, but hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day, the rest of your week, and if you're a kid watching this, hopefully you have a great rest of your summer break, and hopefully I have a great rest of my summer break, which I most likely will, and hopefully if you're a kid watching at home, hopefully you have a great rest of your summer break, and I most likely will have a great rest of my summer break, because there's still like 3 months left, so, well, it's not 3 months, it's like, well, it's under 3 months now, it's probably like 2 months and like 3 weeks, maybe 2.5 months, but either way, it's 2+ months. Well, let me put it this way, it's 2+ months, or not, well, that is correct, it's 2+ months. I'm just going to put it this way, there's about, it's under 3 months left of summer, but it's just under 3 months. It was like, my first day of school is September 6th, I assume, which is the day after Labor Day. So, and it's June 13th, so it's like, let's just say 2.5 months away from the first day of school, which I'm not rooting for that, but I'm just saying I have 2.5 months left of summer, so plenty of time to, well, go on vacation, because we're going on some vacations soon. My dad and I are going up to Minnesota to pitch with my grandpa June 25th to June 30th, and we're doing a bat. Well, we're doing a bat at like midnight, basically on July 1st. Really, I think we did bat at like 11:59 p.m. on June 30th. But I'm just gonna say midnight July 1st, and then on July 3rd through 12th. I know I said July 3rd through 13th, but it's actually July 3rd through 12th, not 13th. So it's July 3rd through 12th. We're going to Tennessee to see the Smoky Mountains and some other stuff in the Tennessee area. So and then I'm going to see my grandma and grandpa in Minnesota. The same grandpa I'm going to be fishing with, along with my dad, which obviously my grandpa's my dad's dad. Like I said, my dad and I are going up to Minnesota June 25th or June 30th to fish with my grandpa. And after I'll be seeing that same grandpa about 2 months or a month and a half later, as I'm going up to Minnesota, just me, to see my grandma and grandpa. I think it's like August 16th through August 24th. And then so I did bat, like I said, August 24th, which is like 2 weeks before school starts. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, hope you guys have a great rest of your day, great rest of your week. And if you're a kid, like I said, on summer break, hopefully you have a great rest of your summer break. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. OJ, time to close and abort it. If you had steps, OJ, time to close and abort it. If you had this episode, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know, I'm gonna see you in episode number 9 of the MLB Show 22 Postseason series. See you in episode number 9. I need a lot of bacon and dough giants.